let's just start by talking a little bit about the organization and tell me a little bit about what they do. And
Well, Pink Heart was founded and started by a wonderful woman, a hairdresser in my home state of Mississippi, Joanne. And after Hurricane Katrina, everyone had lost everything, didn't have a thing. And she saw so many people, cancer patients, and she's a breast cancer survivor herself, that had lost their wigs. And, someone might say, well, in the scheme of things, is that a big deal? Yes, it is. And they didn't have the means to replace it. So she, out of her own pocket at first, was buying wigs for people there, cancer patients. And then the need became too great. So she started this wonderful organization that provides wigs, but provides hope and inspiration more than anything, a real support group for a number of people there on the Gulf Coast.
And so let's talk, you touched on this a little bit, but let's talk about why something as simple as a wig can make such a difference in someone's recovery.
It's hard unless you're going through the process, and I'm new to the process myself. There's so many stages, there's so many steps. You're diagnosed. If you're able to have surgery, you do. Then you have this waiting process, finding out what your treatment. You get to the treatment portion, and many cancer patients will have chemo and will lose their hair. And you're already dealing with so much, and you just want things to be normal. You just want to feel normal. You want to look normal. And when you're told you're going to lose your hair, especially as a woman, it's traumatic. It's quite emotional. And so to have an organization, to have a group saying, all right, you worry about getting better. We'll take care of this for you. We're going to, you're going to be beautiful. Don't worry. We'll take care of that. It's whatever you can do just to bring a little normalcy back into someone's life.
And it's not, in this case, it's not just about looking beautiful, but it's also about providing support in a community. Can you talk a little bit about why that's so important?
It's not just a wig. It's not just beauty. I mean, you find out as a cancer patient, really, I'm not being trite, the inner beauty that people have. And you do want the wig because you just want to blend in and you want to be like everybody else. But with Pink Heart as well, it's a wonderful support group. I'm very fortunate. I have a mother who came up for my surgery. My siblings rotated in and out. I've had loved ones going with me to the doctor and helping me make decisions, and it has made a world of difference. Viewers who have sent tens and thousands of emails of support and talking about their faith. How lucky am I? How fortunate am I? I know how much that's lifted me. It's not like that way for the majority of people that are going through this. Some do have family members and loved ones that are there, but those who don't. And that's where Pink Heart steps in. They are their family. They help them navigate the insurance. I'm a relatively intelligent person, and even going through the insurance claims and trying to figure out what is covered and what is not, and to have the time and the resources to do that. And so to have a group to say, okay, we're going to help you do this. Again, when you're going through cancer or any catastrophic illness like this, you are just reeling. You can't even think sometimes. And to have somebody that's been through it themselves, because Joanne with Pink Heart, she's a breast cancer survivor. She's been there. She knows how to navigate this. To be able to sit down with people and help them just find their way and to get the information, because there's not a lot of information out there. I've had so many people that will write about male breast cancer and about inflammatory breast cancer and all these different types. It's not just a garden variety. And so to have an organization that helps people provide this information, because knowledge is power. You want to know as much as you can to be as prepared as you can be.
Let's talk a little bit about the upcoming event, because you touched on this a little bit beforehand, but what inspired you initially to get involved?
When I was down home, this lovely group approached me. I was out at an event or something, and they came up and they were telling me about their organization, Pink Heart Funds. And I was like, oh. And they were so passionate about it. And they make hats and do all these different things. And this was some time ago. I was down there doing some coverage for Hurricane Katrina. And they kept in contact, and they said, you know what, when you come back for the anniversary, we know you're going to be back on the coast for the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, we'd like you to be the speaker at a luncheon to help us raise money. And I thought, that's innocent enough. That's great. That's wonderful. Here it is, how appropriate that it's on the anniversary of Katrina. This organization was started after Katrina. I'm always drawn to people who are passionate and who want to make a real change and difference. And it's not about them. It's about what they can do for others. And so I said, sure, I'll be your keynote speaker. And then shortly after I agreed to do that, I received my own diagnosis. And I literally looked up and said, did you know something that I didn't know? Because I was looking forward to it before, but now it takes on a whole different meaning.
Have you thought about what you're going to say to the women?
Whew, what am I going to say? You know, I'm starting to think it's keeping me up at night because this group, and when I say this group, I'm talking about Pink Heart, who the first group to reach out to me after my diagnosis. The people of my home state, and in particular on the Gulf Coast where I'm from, reaching out with their prayers and that. I want to make sure that my words are appropriate and that I can convey to them that how much they're helping me through this very difficult time. And as I always do, I will speak from the heart. I'm not going to prepare a speech. I'm going to be in that room. I'm going to be in that moment. I'm going to share with them the things that I have been through to this point. And more importantly, to everyone to know that we're all in this together. When you're going through something like this, you feel so isolated and you think that you're alone, and you're not. And that's something that I want to convey to the people of my home state.
All right, so I think the final thing is sort of if people see this and they want to help, are there things people can do if they want to reach out, ways they can?
Oh, there's so many ways that people can help with Pink Heart and with all organizations that are helping with breast cancer. But you know what you can do to help? This is the battle cry for all of us. Get checked. Check yourself. Early detection. You know, if you really want to help, don't become one of us. And if you do, it's okay. We can show you that it happens. I'm going to work. I don't know if I'll ever be able to continue working through my treatment, but you know, I'll see how it goes. And it's not one size fits all. So yes, you can help by volunteering. You can help by donating your money, time, resources. But you can help the most by knowing that you have to be diligent when it comes to your health. And those are the emails and letters that have really lifted my spirits when people have said to me and have written me and said, you know what, I went and had a mammogram today. I haven't for years, but I saw what you all were talking about, and so I did that. I examined myself today. I found a lump. You know, the fact that people are taking matters into their own hands, that's what you can do. That's what you can do.